Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A1 English Podcast, the English podcast made for real conversations, real learning, and real confidence.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jessica. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Before we jump in, a quick favor. If you are watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button right now. It only takes 1 second, but it helps us reach more English learners around the world.
And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Press subscribe, because every week we bring you episodes like this one, designed to help you speak English naturally, confidently, and without fear.
Okay, so today's topic. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a job interview and your mind just went completely blank?
Oh, I think every single person has felt that. Your heart is racing, your hands might be sweating a little, and suddenly all the English you know just disappears.
Exactly. And the worst part? It's not because you don't know English, it's because nobody taught you the right phrases for that specific situation.
That is so true. You can have great English skills, but if you don't know how to answer, "Tell me about yourself," in a professional way, you freeze.
And that is exactly what we're fixing today. We are talking about job interview English, specifically 10 of the most common interview questions and the perfect natural-sounding answers for each one.
10 questions with real example answers you can actually use. Not some robotic textbook response, but answers that sound like a confident, prepared professional.
By the end of this episode, you will know exactly what to say, how to say it, and why it works.
Not perfect, but powerful, and that's what gets you the job.
Let's do this. Okay, Jack, before we get into the questions, let's talk about why job interviews are so difficult for English learners.
Great point, because it's not just a language problem, it's a combination of things.
First, the pressure is so high. This is not casual conversation. Your job, your income, your future, everything depends on this one conversation.
Right? And when the stakes are high, even fluent speakers get nervous. Now add English in a second language on top of that?
It becomes 10 times harder. And there's another reason. Most English classes never teach interview vocabulary. You learn past tense, present tense, maybe some business vocabulary, but nobody practices what is your greatest weakness with you in school.
Nobody. And then you walk into an interview and the interviewer asks that question and you think, is this a trick? What do I say? If I say a real weakness, will I lose the job?
I remember helping my cousin prepare for her first English interview, and she was so confused by that question. She said, "Should I lie?" And I said, "Absolutely not. There's a strategy."
And that's what today is about. Strategy plus language. Not just what words to use, but how to think about each question so you can answer confidently.
So here is our approach today. We will go through 10 common questions. For each one, we will explain what the interviewer really wants to know, give you a model answer, and point out the key phrases you should use.
And we'll also tell you what not to say, because some answers can seriously hurt your chances, even if your grammar is perfect.
Ready? Let's start with the big one. Question number 1, tell me about yourself.
Question number 1. And this is usually the very first thing an interviewer says. Tell me about yourself.
And most people make the same mistake here. They start talking about their childhood, their hobbies, their family, and the interviewer is sitting there thinking, okay, but why should I hire you?
Exactly. This question is not about your personal life. It is a professional introduction. The interviewer wants a quick, clear summary of who you are professionally.
Here is a model answer. Listen carefully. I have 3 years of experience in customer service, where I developed strong communication and problem-solving skills. Before that, I studied business management. I am now looking for an opportunity to grow in a company that values teamwork and results, and that's why I applied to this position.
Notice the structure. Past, what you did. Present, skills you bring. Future, why you want this job. That's the formula.
And the key phrase is, I am looking for an opportunity to. It shows ambition and purpose.
What not to say: I was born in, I have two brothers, I like cooking. Keep it professional.
Question 2. What is your greatest strength?
Now, this one sounds easy, but most people either say something too vague or they say something that sounds like they're bragging.
Right. I'm the best worker you'll ever meet. That's not going to help you.
No. Here's the key. You pick a relevant strength and you support it with a specific example.
Model answer. My greatest strength is my ability to stay calm under pressure. For example, in my last job, we had a system failure right before a major deadline. I organized the team, we prioritized the tasks, and we delivered everything on time. I've learned that staying focused is what separates good results from great results.
Beautiful. See how it's not just I'm calm, it's I'm calm and here's proof.
The key phrase here is, for example. Always follow your strength with a real example. That's what makes it believable.
Question 3. Okay, the famous weakness question. Question 3. And this is where so many people panic.
Because they either say, I don't have any weaknesses, which no one believes, or they say something too honest, like, I'm always late, and the interviewer thinks, thank you, next.
So what's the strategy? You choose a real weakness, but one that you are actively working to improve, and you show self-awareness and growth.
Model answer. I used to struggle with public speaking. I would get nervous presenting in front of large groups, but I recognized this was holding me back, so I joined a communication workshop and started volunteering to lead meetings. I still have room to grow, but I've already seen real improvement.
That answer is honest. It shows humility, and it shows that you take action to improve yourself. Employers love that.
Key phrase, I recognized this was holding me back, so I. That shows initiative and self-awareness.
And the biggest mistake? Saying, I work too hard, or I'm a perfectionist. Interviewers hear those answers all the time, and they mean nothing. Be real.
Question 4. Why do you want this job? Or sometimes, why did you apply to this company?
This is your chance to show that you did your research. The worst answer is, because I need money. Even if that's true, don't say it.
What the interviewer wants to hear is that you are genuinely interested in their company specifically, not just any company.
Here is a model answer. I've been following your company for the past year. I admire your commitment to innovation and your focus on customer experience. This role aligns perfectly with my background in digital marketing, and I'm excited about the possibility of contributing to a team that is clearly doing meaningful work.
Key phrases. This role aligns with my background, and I'm excited about the possibility of contributing. Both show enthusiasm and purpose.
And honestly, do 5 minutes of research before any interview. Look at the company's website. Read one news article about them. Just knowing what they do and what they value can completely change your answer.
Question 5. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Classic question. Slightly terrifying.
Because how do you know where you'll be in 5 years? Nobody knows. But that's not really what they're asking.
What they want to know is, are you ambitious? Are you planning to stay and grow with us? Or are you going to leave in 3 months?
Model answer. In 5 years, I see myself having developed deep expertise in this field and taking on more responsibility, possibly in a leadership role. I want to grow with a company where I can make a long-term contribution. And based on what I know about your organization, I believe this could be the place for me.
Key phrase, I see myself having developed. That's a great professional expression. It's confident but not arrogant.
Avoid saying, I want to start my own company, or I'm not sure yet. Both send the wrong message. Show direction. Question 6. Tell me about a challenge you faced and how you overcame it. This is what we call a behavioral question.
Behavioral questions ask you about the past because employers believe how you acted before is how you'll act in the future.
The best method for answering this is called the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result.
Let me give you an example. Situation. In my previous job, we lost our main supplier unexpectedly. Task. My manager asked me to find a replacement within 48 hours. Action. I immediately contacted 5 potential suppliers, compared their prices and delivery times, and negotiated a short-term contract with the most reliable one. Result: we kept production on schedule with no delays to our customers.
See how clear that is? It's like a mini story, beginning, middle, end, and the result always shows your value.
Always end with the result. That's the most important part. What happened because of what you did?
Question 7. How do you handle working under pressure?
Every job has stress. Employers want to know you won't fall apart when things get difficult.
Model answer: I actually perform well under pressure. I've found that the key is staying organized and breaking big problems into smaller, manageable steps. When things get stressful, I focus on what I can control and communicate clearly with my team so everyone stays aligned. I find that calm communication during stressful moments usually leads to better outcomes.
The key phrase there is, I focus on what I can control. That's a very mature professional mindset. Interviewers love hearing that.
And notice the answer mentions communication and teamwork, 2 things almost every employer values. That's not a coincidence. Think about what the job requires and weave those values into your answers.
Question 8. Why are you leaving your current job?
This one is a trap if you're not careful. Why are you leaving your current job?
The trap is complaining about your old boss or company. Even if your boss was terrible, do not say that in an interview.
Because the interviewer will think, someday this person will be in another interview talking about us like that.
Very smart point. Always speak positively about past employers while being honest about your growth goals.
Model answer: I'm grateful for the experience and skills I gained at my current company. However, I feel I've reached the limit of my growth there. I'm ready for a bigger challenge and a new environment where I can continue developing and contributing at a higher level. That's what attracted me to this opportunity.
Key phrase, I feel I've reached the limit of my growth there. That's honest, professional, and forward-looking. No negativity, no blame.
Question 9. What makes you different from other candidates? Or sometimes, why should we hire you?
This is your moment. This is where you sell yourself, but professionally, not desperately.
Think about 2 or 3 specific things that make you valuable: skills, experience, attitude, something unique.
Model answer. What sets me apart is the combination of technical skills and people skills. I'm not just someone who can complete tasks. I can also build relationships with clients and communicate clearly across departments. I've been told by previous managers that I bring both reliability and creativity to a team, and that's a combination I'm proud of.
Key phrase: I'm not just someone who can. That structure is very effective. You acknowledge the obvious, then you add the extra layer.
And using I've been told by previous managers adds credibility. You're not just saying you're good, you're quoting people who have seen your work.
Question 10. Do you have any questions for us?
And we're at question 10, one of the most underestimated questions in any interview. Do you have any questions for us?
Most people say, no, I think you've covered everything, and that is a missed opportunity.
Always have questions ready. It shows interest, preparation, and engagement.
Here are 3 great questions you can ask in almost any interview.
Number 1. What does success look like in this role in the first 90 days? This shows you are already thinking about performing, not just getting hired.
Number 2. How would you describe the culture of the team I'd be working with? This shows you care about teamwork and fit.
Number 3. What are the biggest challenges someone in this position typically faces? This shows you are realistic and not naive about the role.
Avoid asking about salary in the first interview unless they bring it up. And never ask, how many vacation days do I get right away? It sends the wrong message.
Save those questions for when you have an offer. The interview is about fit. The negotiation comes later.
All right, let's talk about the 5 most common mistakes people make in English job interviews.
Because knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do.
Mistake number 1, memorizing answers word for word. If you sound like you're reading from a script, it feels unnatural. Instead, practice the structure and key phrases, not the exact words.
Mistake number 2, Not giving examples. Saying I'm a hard worker means nothing without proof. Always follow big claims with a short story or example.
Mistake number 3, answering too short or too long. One-word answers seem lazy. 5-minute answers lose the interviewer's attention. Aim for 60 to 90 seconds per answer.
Mistake number 4, saying negative things about past employers. We covered this, but it's worth repeating because so many people do it. Keep the past positive.
Mistake number 5, not asking any questions at the end. Use this as your chance to show genuine interest. Always prepare at least 2 questions.
And here's the bonus mistake: mispronouncing or being unsure about your own name or job title. Practice introducing yourself out loud until it feels completely natural.
Okay, now it's your turn. We're going to do a quick practice.
I'm going to ask Jack some of these questions, and I want everyone listening to pause this video and think about how they would answer.
Great idea. Let's do it.
Jack, tell me about yourself.
Sure. I have 4 years of experience in online education, where I developed skills in content creation and student engagement. I'm currently looking for an opportunity to grow in a company that values both creativity and impact, and that's what brought me here.
Perfect. Clear, structured, professional. Did you notice the formula? Past experience, current skills, future goal. Now, everyone listening, pause this video. Say your version out loud, right now. Just try it.
Don't worry if it's not perfect. The first time you say it out loud will feel awkward. The 10th time, natural. The 30th time, automatic.
That's exactly how language learning works. You build the muscle through repetition.
One more quick one. Jessica, what's your greatest strength?
Great question. My greatest strength is my ability to connect with people quickly. Whether it's a new client or a new colleague, I build trust fast. For example, when I started at my last job, I was assigned to a difficult client that the previous team struggled with. Within 2 weeks, I had turned that relationship around completely.
Excellent. Story plus result. That's the winning formula.
Everyone, try your own strength answer now. Out loud. Go.
All right, let's wrap up. What did we cover today?
We went through 10 of the most common job interview questions in English, and for each one, we gave you a real, natural-sounding model answer.
We talked about how to introduce yourself, how to talk about strengths and weaknesses, how to answer behavioral questions using the STAR method,
How to answer where do you see yourself in 5 years, why you should always ask questions at the end, and we covered the top 5 mistakes to avoid.
That is a lot of value in one episode. Give yourselves a pat on the back for making it to the end.
Seriously, the fact that you spent 30 minutes learning and practicing puts you ahead of 90% of candidates out there.
Remember, you don't need perfect English to get a job. You need confident, clear, professional English, and that's exactly what we helped you build today.
So here is your homework. Choose 3 of these 10 questions, write out your personal answers using the formulas and key phrases we taught, then record yourself saying them.
When you hear yourself, you'll know exactly what needs improvement. And come back and listen to this episode again before any interview.
If this episode helped you, please like this video right now. It takes 1 second, and it means the world to us, and it helps this episode reach more English learners.
Subscribe to A1 English Podcast if you haven't already. We post new episodes every week, all designed to help you speak English with real confidence in real situations.
And drop a comment below. Tell us which of these 10 questions do you find the hardest. We read every single comment, and we love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. You are doing amazing.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep growing.
Bye, everyone.
See you in the next episode.